And welcome back to another thrilling installment of Turn the Page. That's right, your local heroes are back to tell you all about comic books, news, toys, video games, anything that we believe is necessary to tell you about that's important to us, or we're going to make it important to you, or we're going to just annoy you with rabble about it. Either way, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends and your grandmother, because Turn the Page is your local stop for all the news and fun that you need to be having. That's right, I am mentally programming you right now. And I'm going to go ahead and let you know that not only am I, Tony Stevens, the star power back to tell you all these things, but my best friend, my adorable sidekick, Ronnie Shanks, and the sex appeal himself, the Professor, Ghostman McClay, is back to tell you all the things that you need to know about artsy-fartsy stuff and how computers work. Now, starting off, I've heard a lot of news, Ronnie, coming out of the MCU. Of course, we've had to wait for most of this year for anything to be produced. But moving into 2021, we're going to be getting a download of a lot of MCU material. However, one of those big things I know is the Disney Plus shows. And one of those shows that they've announced is She-Hulk. Now, I thought that we had an actress already signed on for this part, but tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, pretty much shocking to everybody, the main actress that was supposedly cast for She-Hulk, Tatiana Maslany, I apologize if I mispronounced your name, but she announced on, I think it was either Twitter, well, regardless, she posted on social media she was not cast and is not a part of She-Hulk. And she said that the press releases got way out of hand and people just ran with stories that were not true.
Huh.
And which is kind of...
would go ahead and say that she was, if she wasn't, A, and B, why she... If I was her, I'd wanted to be on the show, I'd just say, yeah, that's me. And then just kind of...
the thing...
Marvel into...
I assume that she's still in the running, right? Like that she's one of the people that they're looking at, and then someone kind of ran with that. And no decision's been made. That would be my guess.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing that's confusing is that the showrunner herself said congratulations to be part of the team, and Mark Ruffalo even congratulated her as well, which that was just kind of weird.
Marvel got confused. That seems fishy to me. I don't know what
it does.
She just got really drunk and forgot that she signed the contract. Hopefully
that sounds about right.
Now, speaking of figuring out who's your lead actress and who's not your lead actress and what kind of stuff they're wearing or driving, we've also got news coming out of the front of the Arrowverse. I believe this would be considered a part of the Arrowverse, but that's the Batwoman television show. And we already know that they're replacing the lead actress with a woman of color, I believe, this time. And
yes,
hopefully she does a really good job. She was already on the show, though, wasn't she?
I'm not certain because I didn't watch it. But she... I watched the first couple of episodes.
I have not seen a single episode just to make you feel better.
That she has a Batmobile now, right?
She has a Batmobile now. It's kind of interesting because it looks like a modernized version of the 60s Batmobile in terms of like color scheme and look. I mean, that's the feel that I got from it. And the lady that's playing Batwoman now, it's going to be a completely different character. It's actually no longer...
right, it's not Kathy Kane anymore.
Kate Kane, yeah. It's someone else. So, I mean, I'm intrigued. I'm actually going to see what they're going to do with that next season, especially since Bruce Wayne's supposed to be, well, faux Bruce Wayne's supposed to be a part of it. And
now, when we say faux Bruce Wayne, are we talking about the one that showed up on the Titans TV show that was on the DC Universe app?
No. It's the one that showed up on the end of the season finale, I think. I think it was like Hush or somebody. I'm not sure. Because, again, I have not watched it. I've just been kind of watching the news. But
is that why you said faux Bruce Wayne? Because he was actually Hush?
Yeah, because it's
it's
not actually Bruce Wayne, but apparently this is the person that they actually cast as Bruce Wayne. But I'm really interested in watching it.
He would be the same actor, right?
Yeah, they would look the same.
Right.
Is there any reason
Hopefully.
why, like in story, like why the Batwoman is leaving?
Because Ruby Rose left, and now they're going to have to write it.
Well,
So we're
so
not
they
going to know
don't actually
until
have a in-story reason
No.
for the
So basically,
replacement.
Greg Berlanti's just let it holding the bag again.
Well, maybe her head
If I had to
exploded, so they
guess-
got to replace her.
It's going to be the Court of Owls. That's what I'm guessing.
Well, they don't need to be doing anything about the Court of Owls because it has nothing to do with them, and they need to go ahead and touch on that in the real Batman movie, just to make it that much better. That's my opinion. Go ahead, Matt Reeves, if you haven't finished, and edit that into your movie. You'll thank me. You've got 2 years left before the movie comes out. Just saying, there's plenty of time. Go ahead and film a new movie if you have to. That's how much time you've pushed back on the release date of the movie. But
Oh, that's right.
in other news, not hating on the fact that DC can't get a movie released until 2022, but our good friend, our loved, beloved actor extraordinaire, Michael B. Jordan, I'm actually going to throw this bone to you there, MBJ. He is producing a Static Shock now. Is this a movie, TV show? What's going on here?
It is going to be a movie, and it was actually announced during all the big, huge DC fandom event, but it was something that I missed. Like, no one really covered it until they're like, oh yeah, now Michael B. Jordan is doing this, and I'm like, where was this coverage back then? But then again, plague and all this other stuff happened in the world, people kind of got sidetracked.
Yeah,
I got lost
the
on the
first I'm hearing
wayside
of
of
it.
Well,
I know,
maybe
right?
as a producer, he can bring us something that's really new and fresh and entertaining. That guy that
Oh yeah, definitely.
the Miles Morales character, he should play Static Shock.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah,
That would be really cool.
I don't know how to deal with voiceovers, but I think that he did a good job as a voice actor, and from what I can tell, he could probably. Donald Glover could do it, maybe. Well, no, Donald Glover's a little bit silly. I'm going to go ahead.
He's too old, isn't he? Like, isn't Static Shock like a
Static Shock's supposed to be
adult?
younger.
Yeah.
Donald Glover comes out and starts dancing for us, and then says that he's the Static Shock, but then starts rapping, and then he decides he's an actor again. And then
I would watch that.
It's Donald Glover. Do whatever you want to do, Donald Glover. I'm just saying. Static
Yeah,
Shock.
I would authorize Donald Glover to do whatever he wants. I trust him.
Well, okay. Anyway, speaking of the decisions that DC makes, there is Detective Comics. That's always confused me. DC Comics is Detective Comics. But they are moving into their 5G event. And I know that Ronnie has been just pining for this event. He has been waiting for it. It's the completion to his life. It's going to make him sleep better at night. It's going to give him so many warm, fuzzy feelings about his favorite comic book characters. Ronnie, tell us just a little bit about how 5G has already started to affect your sleep cycle.
Well, first, I hate you. Second, it's not 5G. It's they rebranded it, and I forgot what it was. Forgive me, I have to look it up. It's Future something or another.
Probably a good idea that they rebranded it, because even the 5G confuses me. I keep thinking of like cellular.
It's supposed to be like the 5th generation.
Future State. It's
Yeah.
called Future State.
That's a
And it's
better
taking
title.
place. Yeah, it sounds a lot better than 5G. I just thought that they got mixed up with their parent company, AT&T, with 5G. But anyways,
It's a cross promotion.
that would not surprise me. But no, they have basically what they're doing. They're showing it far, far into the future of what's going to happen with all these characters. And Superman did something yet again, and now he's off-world again and back at World again. And
Maybe
this time it shows him.
called himself Homelander and got kicked off the planet.
I wouldn't be surprised. But anyways, he's wearing it's really interesting. I'm definitely intrigued by the book just simply because I like the look of it. He looks like pretty much like what if Kingdom Come Superman was a barbarian?
Okay.
And he has all the weapons and stuff. So I'm like, this is Planet Hulk, but Superman. Now I'm just sitting here, I'm like,
Planet Kal-El.
okay, whatever. There you go, Planet Kal-El. But no, I'm interested in that. What I'm not interested in would be the Dark Detective.
I'm sorry, you didn't say that quite right. Did you say the Dark Knight?
I said the Dark Detective.
Oh, you said Batman?
Yes, it's Batman. So basically what happened, Bruce Wayne's dead. There's
But
somebody
not-
called the Magistrate, and they killed Bruce Wayne. But, oh, surprise, he's not dead, and now he's trying to solve his own murder as the Dark Detective, who looks exactly like Batman without a cape if he played Airsoft. I am not happy, DC.
Now, like I think I've talked to you about this
I am
before.
not happy.
I have a question, Ronnie, and I can't remember how you answered it, but like, is the Dark Detective just the name of the book, or is that what he's calling himself?
Like I
Like if
said,
someone asks him, "Are you Batman?" and
That's-
you're like, "No, I'm the Dark Detective."
That's what he's calling himself.
Oh no,
or is he going to say, no, I'm not Batman.
I'm not Batman.
I'm not Batman.
Swear to
Call you
me.
guys Batman now. I'm the paintball detective.
Well, you
But
sound
see,
just
there's
like
a Batman that's going to be running around during that time, which is supposedly looks like it's going to be Duke Thomas. I think it's his name.
So
I'm not sure.
why isn't he like? What's his rationale for not being Batman, but instead looking just like him, except paintball like gear, and calling himself?
Okay. Hold on, I got this answer.
Oh,
DC.
Give it to us.
okay.
Right.
DC Comics. That's the answer. Any question like criticizing like choices, just say DC Comics. And done.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing right now, and it's really frustrating. And it's even more so worse.
See, Duke Thomas was a Robin that nobody wanted to pay attention to. So what did they do? They turned him into.
He was Robin?
Originally was teased as being called the Lark, and then the Lark, the yellow kind of sidekick for Batman, along with Bluebird, decided not to be called the Lark. He decided a better nickname for himself would be the Signal. And then throughout the Dark Metal event, he gives himself some sort of impotent. I mean, he's just so important because he's like a mutant that can shine the light on the darkness. It was very cheesy. It was very bad. And now he's supposed to be Batman for me. I don't know about that. Maybe Luke Fox, he'd be better if you wanted to. I mean, he's already wearing an armored Batman outfit. He's Lucius Fox's kid. If it needs,
He would be good.
somebody, don't give me this Duke Thomas person because he just. If we had another event to decide whether or not Robin got to die, Jason Todd would live this time and Duke Thomas would die. That's how I feel about it.
Jeez. Okay, so turning the page on that one.
And it wouldn't even be the Joker. He doesn't rate that much. It would just be a sideline character like the Killer Moth.
Yikes. All right. It's okay. So next, another beloved hero getting the raw treatment, the Flash.
Oh.
So
See, I don't know.
Wally
about
West. Oh yeah, you don't. So Wally West finally just came back into comics again. They finally figured out what to do with him. He was becoming awesome, and then Future State happened. He is going to basically what's happening. He's going off and killing off all the Flash family members, and no one knows why. And
this. Wally's doing it.
Been giving us
Wally's becoming.
to killing everyone.
Yeah, now he's back to killing everyone.
Does he call himself Savitar? Are we just like making the Arrowverse in
Oh,
comics?
no, I don't know. He's just the Flash. It's Wally West, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is going to be a heartbreaking series." And I'm like, the only thing heartbreaking are these editorial choices that are going on. But
Well, you know, thanks for at least being honest about that and not supporting DC just because they have a namesake.
man, I mean, if you look at, obviously, I'm a DC fan. Look at all the Superman stuff there. Look at it.
Well, hey,
I love
I've
DC.
got a lot of Green Lantern stuff over here.
Yeah,
Which I
don't
heard
have anything.
that they've decided on the HBO series that they're going with that we're not getting Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart. Is that correct?
That is correct. We're getting. Right, this is more of a realm of your knowledge because I haven't been keeping. Oh, never mind. Name came back to me. Jessica Cruz, Guy Gardner.
Oh, God. Cool.
Simon Bays, something like that, and Alan Scott were the names I recognized. And
so basically, we're getting all the lower tier Green Lanterns.
Yeah, which.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
is this a series? That's probably why. Yeah, so they're saving the big guys for like the Jon Stewarts and the Hal Jordans for the theater, or if there is a theater, but for something more grand, I guess.
Where's Kyle? I want Kyle.
Well, Kyle is small enough to be in a series, but at the same time, if done right, could be the main star of a movie. I think
that is true.
Just saying, if you did a Parallax,
that's very true.
You could have him versus Parallax, saving Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart coming back to blow up another planet, whatever needs to happen. But that is my one DC vice is a little bit of Batman if Greg Capullo's drawing it or if Scott Snyder's writing it, and mostly Green Lantern. He floats my boat. But that's needless to say. Now, in bag of Marvel news, I heard that the MCU is talking about casting Kraven right now. At least as far as Jimmy Kimmel needs a job, right?
Yeah,
he was. In the...
No, he jokingly said he was cast.
Funny. I mean,
Jimmy Kimmel is Kraven the Hunter.
Jimmy Kimmel is still not funny. Well, I hope they don't cast him as Kraven.
Ouch.
So who is on the casting block?
He can successfully get cast as Barry Silverman's boyfriend. So, just saying. I personally, and if this was me, I know Gerard Butler, he's probably too busy. So, you know what? Won't even call him. But definitely Jason Momoa would be on the top of the charts for me for Kraven.
Yeah, I can see both of those. I think those are good ideas. Plus, you and me, we could audition.
We could do it. We could at least be the stunt doubles for it.
I'm not doing that. That's dangerous.
Okay, I'll be.
You can do that. You can be my stunt double.
I'll be if there needs to be like a gratuitous butt shot, I'll do that.
Oh yeah, you can do that too. You got a nice butt.
Yes, you could.
Yeah. I'll tell people that's my butt. That's not my stunt butt or my butt double.
That's my friend's butt. That's mine.
Yeah,
hopefully they get somebody lined up for that. But I would throw out that if Jason Momoa can't do it, don't call Michael B. Jordan. It just doesn't make sense. And maybe Gerard Butler would like to sign up for it. Or, of course, now he's already been a character within the MCU, playing the Executioner in the Thor Ragnarok movie. But I think Billy Butcher himself could actually pull off Kraven.
What about Carl Urban?
Yes.
That's Carl Urban.
Oh, you just said Carl Urban? Oh, sorry. I was phasing. I was trying to remember Billy Butcher's name while you were talking.
Page names.
Yeah.
Well, in other news, I know that they've got a 12-inch Commando Spawn coming out. That's a pretty cool deal to me. Todd McFarlane's really hitting it out of the park. If you love nothing but Batman and Spawn figures, check out McFarlane Toys because he will make plethoras of different editions of Batman and Spawn. And we are getting plenty of those, and they all look really good, so that's not to hate on him at all, but you know what? Give us another character, too. Just saying, Todd, we love you. Keep inking stuff. Maybe fix Rob Liefeld's work, and then go ahead and give us not just Batman, but maybe a Robin, while you're at it, or, a Talon, or, something. Just it's all.
There's a Flash.
But it's all cool. Love you to death. Keep doing what you do. You have done an amazing job with your life on succeeding at what you wanted to have done. So hopefully we can all get that done. And hopefully we can go to a commercial break. That's right. We're going to go ahead and cut to a commercial break. Hopefully it won't be hijacked again by any crazy hijackers. And after that commercial break's over with, we'll be right back here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to be talking to a very special guest. So join us right back here for the interview of the century, right here on Turn the Page.
So, Quinn's Anime Corner. What are we talking about today? Bleach. It's a kind of cool anime series. Tite Kubo doesn't really know how to plot out a story well. So Anime Carrot Top basically is the main character. He finds out at an early age he can see ghosts and stuff, which is spooky. He would be a cool Ghostbuster, though. This leads to his mother dying. Fast forward to when he's a high schooler, he finds out that death gods are real. The one he happens to find looks like a high school girl. Totally irrelevant. There's multiple of them, though. But on an adventure with this girl, he finds out if you get stabbed by a death god, you kind of maybe get powers. You become a substitute death god. It's kind of like a substitute teacher, basically. So, along with my life as a teenage death god, he joins this crusade to kill these things called hollows. Now, why are they hollows? Well, they have a hole in their chest, not because they're empty on the inside. Along with him, he has friends such as Future Back Problems, stereotypical anime guy with glasses, and Chad. Yes, you heard me right. They call him Chad. But that doesn't matter. So those other death gods I was telling you about, well, guess what? Here they come. So K-pop and bad life choices show up to punish high school death god girl for being a traitor. So they beat the tar out of Carrot Top and they whisk her off to the Soul Society where the death gods live. Carrot Top is very upset, reasonably so. So he goes and enlists the help of the beach bum death god to train him. Usher in the 80s training montage, which begins a rinse and repeat cycle of, hey, let's get stronger to go invade this place. This is the whole series for the most part. So they go to the Soul Society. Guess what? They kind of have a military or a police force. There's 13 squads, each with a captain. And lo and behold, the 5th squad's captain's dead. But instead of inciting a civil war, what do? Let's blame New Kids on the Block. Obviously, they did it. So fast forward through many successes and failures. Turns out Spectacles, the new captain of the 5th squad, bamboozled them all. He rope-a-doped them into this so he can steal a super powerful marble. Along with his 2 traitorous friends, they bounce to a land called Waco Mundo. It's white sand and permanently nighttime there. Anyways, so he has an army of these things called a Roncar. He found a way to give Death God power to the Hollows, and then in their inner echelon, they have a higher tier of soldier called a Espada, ranked 1 from 10. But guess what? That number 10, yeah, he's fake. The strongest person isn't the number 1. He's really 0. And unfortunately, Planet Namek arc from Dragon Ball Z, you're going to have to step off your throne. This whole arc was supposed to take place in the span of 6 to 8 hours, but really took 4 years real life time to complete in the comic. I'm sorry, I know you were up there for longest moment in Dragon Ball Z / anime history. It's time to give up the crown. Now, these next 2 arcs, I'm going to shorten down really quick. Basically, you get an arc with the Too Cool for School group with their leader, who is toxic ex-boyfriend who wants to get revenge because he got tossed aside by the Soul Society. And then later, Spirit Nazis. But I think I need to go.
Hey, are you doing it again?
God.
Get out of my room.